beagles will just find the stinkiest thing to roll in. Stop! You sleep on my bed. Stop! I anchored. Let me try to explain to you what's going on here. So, I'm anchored right there. You might be asking, why don't you use one of these beautiful floating docks to tie up to? Well, I feel a lot better when there's a little bit of water between me and the ground, especially when I'm sleeping and I'm near a city. The fellow that came up last night, you know, stood like right over here, and he's just like, hey, hey, and I came out, and he's like, he's a really nice guy. And he said he didn't inherit the guy, somebody gave him this boat. And so he's in the process of emptying it out and cleaning it up. Now, you know, obviously not trying very hard with all that garbage sitting on that dock. It's not even his, but, you know, whatever. And he did give me some good advice. He's like, the tide is wicked up here, and that's probably the reason why they abandoned this marina, is that, you know, the tide goes out and all the boats will be sitting on the bottom. I'm like, well, that already happened to me across the river here. You know, does it go lower than it does yesterday? And he's like, oh, well, you know, sometimes it does. We have super tides and stuff. And so I started thinking about him, like, he's like, you know, you have the most depth out there where the sailboat's parked, you know, it's because it's basically the river. And I'm like, well, but you're taking the only spot. But whatever, it's okay. I only need about, you know, as you guys know, maybe just a little over a foot to float. So last night at pretty much high tide, it was almost 9 feet. And I parked in the middle, pretty much where I'm at. I found the deepest hole, and then low tide, if I kind of had to teach myself how to, you know, read charts, you know, tidal charts, and low tide was going to be at 3:30 in the morning. So I got up around 3 and I checked it, and it was 2.5 feet. So it went to almost, it went from 9 feet to under 3 feet here last night. And it happens, like, it seems like every 6 or 8 hours. I mean, it's just like there's some serious tides up in this high up in this river. But, you know, it floated fine. That's all. That was plenty of water for me. And now this morning here, it's, you know, back up to normal. Not quite high tide, but it's, you know, it's at like 7.5 or something. So unless there's some kind of super tide, my boat will keep floating right there. And this is such a prime location. Town is just right there. There's a couple of fences in the way, but people have, you know, cut some spots through so you can just walk to town. And, you know, it's just literally right, it's right there. You know, that starts the edge of downtown St. Augustine. So yeah, the guy with the boat, the reason why I knew he was a little bit sketchy, he's like, I'm like, hey, you know, in the morning I'll make some coffee, we can chat some more in the daylight. And he's like, oh, I don't drink coffee, I'm a pirate, I drink rum in the morning. And I'm like, oh boy. Not that I have anything against drinking per se, but like, if you're drinking rum in the morning, I might take some precautions. I don't know, what do you think? So yeah, guys, I'm gonna walk into town today. I'm working on a video for you guys, but I'm gonna walk into town today and try to get into the Flagler Museum. It's free, as far as I can tell, and I'm gonna see if there's anything in there worth showing you guys. But that means I'm gonna have to leave Wavey on the boat, which she's gonna hate. She's really grumpy right now. She's kind of not happy. I don't know if she has an upset stomach or she's got hurt feelings or whatever, but you know, it happens once in a while. She's spoiled, rotten. Okay, guys, so dispatches from the abandoned marina. I seem to be a magnet for abandoned places, abandoned houses, and abandoned boats, and now an entire abandoned marina. So I'll catch you guys soon.